a week ago in this very spot in front of the Hyatt Regency Hotel that security personnel working at the behest of the Hyatt Corporation and its franchise owners engaged in an excessive force that led to the death of unarmed Devontae Mitchell. And his words that you hear from the recorder, don't take Ben Crump's word for it. Don't take Will's word for it. His words, his last words on this earth while he was alive was, please, 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 please. He said please 6 times. And then he said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He said that twice. And then he said, please help me. Please help me. And then did the security personnel working at the behest of Hyatt and its franchise owner help him? No, they didn't. They killed him. You see it on the video. You see them with their knees on his back, on his neck. You see what appears to be an officer hitting them in the head with some object. You see them will put his shirt over his head and stifling not only the sound, but we believe his breath. Look at that video. Look at it frame by frame. And then you would understand why his mother, Brenda, said, they did my son like George Floyd. These are private security. This private people working for the corporation who did this. And so everybody in America after George Floyd should have trained their employees, especially their security personnel, to not put knees on people's backs and people's necks. And when people are having problems breathing, don't keep them in a prone position, causing them to suffocate. You know, I was talking to my brilliant co-counsels, and they are Wisconsin-based lawyers. Will is ACLU executive director for many years, so he understands the Constitution very well. He understands Wisconsin law very well. And he's going to talk to you about it. But when you look at what happens on this video, it screams out for there to be accountability, for there to be charges brought against the killers of Devontae Mitchell, at least with something akin to reckless homicide. He didn't die natural causes. He was walking and talking and breathing just fine until those officers held him in that prone position for God knows how long, where with his shirt over his head. I mean, inhumane. He was having a mental health crisis. He needed a helping hand, not a knee to the neck, not a knee to the back. They killed him. And I would tell you, before we have Attorney Sultan address you, after George Floyd, it's hard watching videos like this because you would think we have learned our lesson, America. You would think that we would never lose another life in that manner. With a brother face down, subdued. I mean, they keep trying to say, stop resisting. When you can't breathe, what are you gonna do? If somebody's suffocating you, you're gonna try to get air. That's what Devontae Mitchell was trying to do. He was trying to get a breath. He was trying to extend life. Talking about stop resisting. This was a failure of training that led to his death. And you know, well, they asked me, they said, well, Attorney Crump, isn't this just inconvenient for the city of Milwaukee with what's about to happen, with all the national attention coming in a few days? I think this weekend the convention starts, they say, but isn't this all just inconvenient? And I'm scratching my head saying, hold on, you talking about inconvenient for the city of Milwaukee? What about how inconvenient it is for his wife and his mother and his family and his children? That's who it's inconvenient for. And so they would want us just to say, let's just sweep this under the rug until there's a more convenient time. We say, not on our watch, not on this day, not on a brother like Devontae Mitchell. We're here today to demand justice for Devontae, and we will demand justice every day. This week, every day next week, and every day after that. Every day. Hyatt, every day, Mr. District Attorney, every day, Mr. Mayor, every day we're demanding justice for Devontae. What do we want today?
Justice!
What do we want today?
Justice!
What do we want today?
Justice!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Brothers and sisters, we want transparency. We understand that every hotel has security cameras everywhere. So they know exactly what happened. We want transparency and we want accountability. And that is what will lead to justice. And we're going to keep coming back until we get justice. I understand the family is planning a candlelight vigil on Wednesday evening. Reverend Al Sharpton of National Action Network is going to come and preach the eulogy with the local ministers on Thursday at 11 a.m. at Holy Redeemer Church here in Milwaukee. And I understand that the activist community, they ain't gonna tell you when they're gonna schedule stuff, but they're gonna schedule stuff every day in the name of Devontae Mitchell, right?
Yes.
All right. Y'all ain't gonna leave this family standing by themselves, are you? Y'all gonna stand with Devontae family. Y'all ain't gonna leave his wife by herself, are you? Y'all ain't gonna leave his children by themselves, are you? Because divided we fall, but united.
We stand.
United. A united front for justice for Devontae Mitchell. So I know the national media gonna be covering a lot of stuff about conventions over the next months or so. A major part of the narrative needs to be justice in policing that bill for George Floyd, justice for Breonna Taylor, and now Milwaukee, justice for Devontae Mitchell.
What's his name?
Devontae Mitchell.
What's his name?
Devontae Mitchell.
Devontae